Hi kids, as you're watching this, it's the 28th of December and I'm about to sit down and watch The Gathering, the pilot episode of Babylon 5, which some people have told me to watch before the series and some people have told me to watch mid-series. Anyway, I've watched season 1 already. Now it's time to go back, watch The Gathering. I'll give you my thoughts after. Hi kids, welcome to the latest in my watch along of the entire Babylon 5 series and everything, basically. It is now the 28th of December at the time of recording this. I've just spent the last 91 minutes watching The Gathering, which is the feature-length pilot for the show. You may wonder why I decided to watch this after watching season 1. It was because, quite frankly, from the beginning, someone said to me, don't watch this to begin with. Watch a season or two, then watch the pilot. And in all honesty, I mean, I did have someone else say, no, you should have watched this first. Doesn't make a great deal of difference to me, to be honest. Okay, so let's get into some thoughts. The music for this was written and performed by Stuart Copeland, he being the drummer of The Police. Stuart Copeland has done a heck of a lot of music scoring for film and TV over the years, and he's not just a drummer in a band with Sting. Now, I'm fairly sure that the co-producer on the film and the series is John Copeland. I'm assuming it's Stuart's brother. I know that Stuart has 4 brothers, and they do look very similar, so I'm assuming it's that kind of thing. But I like the music very much. It felt a bit more funky than the music from the Berlin Symphony Orchestra or whatever. Was it Berlin Philharmonic? I can't remember. That did the first season. I have said in previous videos the themes for Babylon 5 are a little bit kind of pedestrian and boring, but this one has got a bit more funk in it, and helps it sort of stand apart from the more Star Trek type shows. Anyway, that said, this pilot actually introduces the actress Patricia Tallman as Lita Alexander, who was then later replaced by the character Talia Winters as the resident psychic, but then Patricia Tallman comes back playing the same character, Lita Alexander. She's good. She's very good. There is no Claudia Christian in this one. In the lieutenant commander running Babylon 5 is Laurel Takashima. And she was played by the name I can't quite remember, Tamlin something. She's had a very long career, and I think one of the first things she did was the love interest in The Karate Kid 2 as Kamiko. But in this, I will say, her acting is awful. It's very cardboard. It's very sort of unnatural and reading off boards, It's not very good. As is the resident doctor, played by an actor called Johnny Secker, I think. His readings were very sort of odd. If the line was to say, well, put it this way, Michael O'Hare, who plays Sinclair, he's very naturalistic. He'll say something like, well, in fact, he does say at the end of the story, no spoilers, coffee, cream, 2 sugars, and aspirin, because he's got a bit of a headache. And this Johnny Secker actor playing the resident doctor doesn't have that naturalism about it. He'd be coffee, cream, 2 sugars, and and it's all like kind of, it's like he's trying to overemphasize every word, and it's just for whatever reason, and I have read into it a little bit, that he had bad health, which prevented him from coming back to the series. But to be honest, it was a good call, because he doesn't, his acting style doesn't fit in with the rest, unfortunately. That's just my opinion. What was I got else here? Quite a lot of puppets. Puppets for aliens seen in some of the casino and other scenes. They're not bad, and I can see what they're doing. They're trying to sort of meld the kind of Star Wars and Star Trek thing, where you get a few puppets in amongst the people. But I'm kind of glad they did without the puppets in the series itself. Wrist communicators, they just have watches that go bleep bleep and they go da da da, as opposed to the links that are stuck on the back of their hands, which I think is quite a cool thing. So I'm glad they went for the back of the hand links, because they're quite it's quite an interesting device you haven't seen in any other sci-fi thing. What else have we got here? Yes, makeup. The two main alien characters in this are Delenn and Jakar. Jalen looks completely different. She's got more of a jawline. Some of her crest sticks out from her head a little bit, and the nose is different. And the reason for this, I'm told, is that originally her voice was going to sound more masculine, so her character would change from masculine to feminine over the course of the seasons. And I think while this still kind of happens to a certain extent, they couldn't get the voice right in this pilot, so they revamped the makeup and played her as female to begin with, which back in 1993-94 was quite groundbreaking if you think about it. This was before Jadzia Dax, and the way they the Dax symbiont type thing can change from person to person. I think, I'm not exaggerating when I say if this Babylon 5 was put on telly right now as a brand new thing, everyone would be going, "Oh, it's so woke, oh, transgender, so woke." And I was like, give it a rest. This was done in 1993. Yeah, and as for Jakar, his makeup is slightly different. I noticed you can see his ears more, and there's a lot more angular stuff to it. They smooth it off a little bit. He's still an interesting character, but in this one, he is. At one point, he has a scene where he tries to convince Delenn to sort of team up with his people and start a new war. And I thought, you're supposed to be an ambassador for peace, man. You're just a warmongering a-hole. So yeah, not a nice guy there. Right. Okay, so the essential story is it's kind of a whodunit. They're waiting for the arrival of Ambassador Kosh, who is almost instantly poisoned and is close to death. Spends the entire movie in sickbay on death's door, until they can find out who and the poison and who did it and blah blah blah. The poison chosen to kill. Gosh goes poison. That poison, right? And here come the spoilers. Predictably, while initially the psychic girl Alita, she probes Kosh's mind and sees that Sinclair was responsible for it. Turns out it wasn't Sinclair. It was that old sci-fi trope, the shape-shifting alien, the changeling who can assume any forms in order to frame someone. So yes, once that's sorted out, it kind of all falls into place, kind of thing. But not a bad episode. It's 91 minutes, so it's a feature film, and it does set the stage for a lot of what happens in season 1. And again, there's little glimpses to the future where you see Patricia Tallman's character, Lita Alexander, to later come back in future series. I'm not sure if she's in season 2. We'll have to find out. Anyway, another interesting slice and satisfying slice of Babylon 5. This was shot in 4:3, so it was about here, completely square almost on my telly. As most TV was back then as well. And I wish they'd kept Stuart Copeland on board to score the series, but maybe he was too expensive. or busy, or both. Anyway, if you've seen The Gathering, and I know some of you have, if you've got any thoughts, is something I missed. I probably missed quite a bit out because I didn't break down the entire plot. But it's not bad. It's not bad. And I'm looking forward to starting season 2 now. As and when these videos will come up, I won't be doing them every week because I know some people don't want to see 20 Babylon 5 episodes, videos in a row. So maybe I'll stagger them or alternate them or something like that. But as for now, I've seen all of season 1, that's 22 episodes, plus The Gathering, the pilot episode, and we're ready to start season 2. Join me, why don't you? And I will see you soon. Take care now. Bye-bye then.